Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your man AJ, truck driver to the stars, and I'm back once again, guys, with another video. Now, what I want to talk about today is, I want to talk about, for the new people that's getting into the industry, stop letting these YouTube truckers gas y'all up, okay? Now, what I mean by that is, I watch a lot of different YouTube trucker videos and things like that, and I notice a lot of them get the same question. What's the best company I should go with? What company pays me more? I don't have a CDL. I want to get my CDL. What's the best way to attain a CDL? Now, here's the deal, guys. It's going to be all about what works for you, okay? No one on YouTube can tell you what's going to work best for you, all right? Now, what I mean by that is what may work for me may not work for you, and vice versa. What works for you may not work for me, okay? You get a lot of these YouTube truckers like, oh, you can go to like a Prime or CR England, a Swift, a CRST, but they're gonna lock you into a 8-month to a 12-month contract, okay? Some other schools may even be a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I haven't researched every school. Now, here's the deal. You getting locked into a contract by going to, let's say, Prime, for example, and Prime locks you into a 1-year contract. Prime say, hey, you can come here with nothing. You don't have to have a permit or anything, depending on where you go. If you go to Salt Lake City, you have to go there with a permit. But if you go to Springfield, you can come on here. You don't have to have a permit or anything. We'll get you everything you need, okay? And I think if you go to Springfield, you need like $150. If you go to Salt Lake City, I think you need like $100 and your permit or something like that. Okay, don't quote me on the numbers. You can do that, your research yourself. Now, by you being locked into a 1-year contract to drive for Prime, that's not that bad of a deal. Okay, if you're looking to get in the industry and you want to get a CDL, you basically want to get a career for free, then them locking you into a 1-year contract isn't really that bad of a deal, I don't think, because the way I look at it is you need to get 1-year experience before you can go to another company. Most companies, some companies will take you with less than a year experience, but most places you want to go to or you're going to make some decent money, they want 1-year experience, and some places even want 2 years of experience. You see what I'm saying? Let me get some water. H2O, man, can't beat that with a stick. So, because they're going to lock you into a 1-year contract, and if this is what you want to do for a career and for a living, who cares by you being locked into a 1-year contract? You're on the road, you're making money, you're getting experience, and you got a career for free. Okay, so what's the problem with that? All right, but again, guys, stop letting YouTube truckers gas y'all up. Figure out what works for you. They don't know you on a personal level. They don't know what your situation is, okay? Now think about it. Somebody may go to CR England and you may get someone go to Prime, okay? Now, both these people went to these different trucking companies for different reasons. The person that went to CR England, let's say they live in Fontana, California, they did research, they found out that CR England has a training terminal in Fontana, California, about 15 minutes away from their home. So right there, that works for them. Let's say they live with their, let's just say they're a 21-year-old person, they live with their mom, they didn't want to go to college, they want to get a trade, they don't have any bills, they don't have a car, they use their parents' car, okay? Them going to CR England in Fontana, California works for them because they don't want to leave and go away from home. So yeah, the money may not be great, not even may not, the money isn't great with CR England, but this is going to allow them to go home every night and then drive back to their training site. They don't have to pay any money to be out of town, staying at a trucking company in a hotel and buying food and things like that, because they're going home every night. So their parents, cooking food or have food or anything like that. So that works for them. Now let's say you take this other person, they're looking at trucking companies, and what they want to find out, they want to get their license, rather quickly, but they also need to make nice money while they're in training. So they come up with Prime. Prime tells them, hey, we can feed you while you're here. When you go out on your trainer's truck for your PSD program, we'll give you $200 a week. Well, we won't give you, we'll advance you $200 a week. And then when you get your license, you'll pay that back out of small increments and things like that. Then when you do your second part of training, your TNT training, we will go ahead and pay you $700 a week before taxes. Now, somebody that, has a family that, still have bills, that's going to be more appealing to them. Yeah, they may not want to leave away from home the first part of training, but Prime is going to be a better avenue for them, meaning financially, because they still have responsibilities. You see what I'm saying? So guys, do the research, and you don't have to let YouTube truckers gas you up and tell you where you should go, because somebody may say, oh yeah, you should go with Prime. Prime gonna be the best way for you. Prime gonna pay you this. Prime gonna give you this. Prime is this. Prime is that. They got nice trucks. They have this. They have that. Yeah, that all may be true, but you live in Fontana, California. You could have easily did your CDL training and got a license and went home every night, where you didn't have to try to borrow money from your auntie, your cousin, and your grandmother. Then you got 3 people to pay back because you went to Prime all the way in Springfield, Missouri. Or if you're on the West Coast, you went to Prime all the way in Salt Lake City, Utah. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about what works for you, all right? So guys, do your own research. You can ask, now definitely ask questions, ask some of these YouTube truckers, hey, what have you heard about Prime? What have you heard about CR England? What have you heard about CRST? But guys, don't be so concerned about, oh, who's gonna pay me the most money? You will get there, but it's baby steps. You gotta first get your CDL. You gotta first get your license. So you wanna find out what school's gonna give me the best training. Do you think that, or you the kind of person that, oh yeah, this school will train you for 3 weeks and give you a truck? Or you the kind of person that can go through boom, 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 a fast accelerated training like that and feel comfortable to be able to go and drive a big rig? Be able to back up a big rig at shippers and receivers, be able to park at truck stops? Or someone tell you, oh yeah, go to Prime, but it's gonna take you about 3 months total for all your training. Are you a kind of person like, you know what? I'll take that 3-month training because I know once I'm done, once I get off my trainer's truck, I should be proficient enough. I should be good to go out here and do my own thing. Okay? So guys, do the research for yourself and figure out what works for you. Because what works for you may not, somebody sending you to a Prime or somebody sending you to CR England may not work for you. Okay? Let's say this guy has bills and somebody like, oh yeah, go to England, man, it's good. It's legit, it's this, it's that, it's that, boom, 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 boom. So he go to CR England, and then the first 5 months, he's making $200 to $300 a week. Meanwhile, he has an apartment for $700 a month. So he's stressed out every day driving his truck. He's stressed. And he's like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I got this rent. Well, he could have went to Prime in the beginning and made better money. You see what I'm saying? So guys, you have to do the research, figure out what works for you. It is good to talk to other drivers, on the YouTube truckers. It's good to talk to them, pick their brains about different companies. Another thing you do, go to the truck stop. Okay, find a truck stop in your neighborhood, or find a truck stop, in your area, I should say. Go to the truck stop and see, find you a Prime driver at a fuel pump. Hey man, excuse me man. Hey man, listen, I'm trying to go to a trucking school, and I'm just curious, I see you drive for Prime. How do you like Prime? What do you think about the company? Is it a decent company to go get my license through? Ask some questions. Now think about it this way. If you talk to a driver and all he's saying about a company is everything negative, then, my thumb. I gotta let that back down. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the sun. Got that nasty glare. If you talk to a driver, right? And he's like, oh man, I hate CRST, man. This company's horrible. Like, I should have never come here. Don't listen to him. Because what I would ask him is, it's that bad of a company? Yeah, man, you don't want to be here, man. This company is awful. Look at him in his eyes and say, man, I got a question for you, champ. Why you still work here if it's so bad? Ask him that question. Because if the company is so bad, and it's such a horrible company to work for, why are you still working here, champ? and find out what his response is going to be. Okay, so I would do that. Poll different drivers. All right, don't just ask one driver, hey man, what do you think about CR England? Ask about 3 or 4 drivers. Okay, you see them pumping fuel, ask them, hey man, listen, I'm trying to get my CDL. Trust me, truck drivers, they love to tell people about the industry because it's a good industry to be in. Okay, so ask them, you know, what do you think about the company? You know, how's the training program? Are you a trainer? Oh, you're a trainer. You know, how is it? You know, ask questions. Get your information that way. All right, and then make your own decision. You have Google, you know, you watching this on YouTube right now, so you can always Google it. But don't let these YouTube truckers gas y'all up and tell y'all the company to go to, because you may go to a company and find out this wasn't the right fit, this wasn't the right lane for you to be in. Then you hate the company, you hate that YouTube trucker. When in all reality is you should have came to this company a year into your driving experience. But in the beginning, who pays the most? They all pay the same. In the beginning, who pays the most really isn't your big concern. What your big concern in the beginning is, who's going to give me my CDL? Who's going to train me effectively? And if you're trying to get your CDL for free, what company I can go to get a CDL for free? Okay. Another thing to remember: if you go to a CDL school, I think it's backwards to pay your money to go to a CDL school and then turn around and go work for Prime. Yeah, Prime has tuition what is called tuition reimbursement assistance. But the way I look at this is, I could have just went with Prime in the beginning. Let Prime train me for free, get a career for free. This is the only, I'm not gonna say the only, but this is, I think the only, but there may be another one out there, where you can get a career for absolutely free. You can go to a trucking company with not 1 penny in your pocket. Well, no, you need a little money, depending on who you go with. But you can get this career for absolutely free, okay? So do your research, ask questions, but don't ask somebody, what's the best company I should go with, and then go to that company by what they say, because you have to go to a company that works for you. All right, cool? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Fellas, stop fucking around on the road. Treat your girls good. Take care of your kids. Ladies, be good to your man. And I'll see y'all on the next one. All right? It's your boy AJ, truck driver to the stars. Thanks for watching. Let's do it again one day.